2-1 team set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Devine. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays at that spot. 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run out of the gun with Swift. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Devine. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 4th down, Devine. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
There's no quibble about the gain there in 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Able to find Gray here. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decided whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
handoff from Mitchell running left. There's a nice move. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. They still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet.
Ready.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by Gray. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Here we go.
Back to the ground here. Mitchell works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held him, they might go for it again.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Devine. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
To throw on 3rd down. Devine. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. on fourth down. Devine. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bump.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. From the gun, here's Swift. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Looking to throw. Devine. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They're on the left to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go. That's caught downfield by Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for two here. That's caught, and he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point gain. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From just inside the 20, a short kick. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Throwing on first down. Devine going for the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw again on second down, Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Here's Lance to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Divine. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Divine goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. He's got room past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Divine. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gray. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit. Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, 2nd guy in, tackle the ball. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Drake Jackson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Devine. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd. I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you? Yeah, neutral would have strongly been. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Fred Warner. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Niners 22, Lions 3. Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result. That's a really good game right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A 5-yard gain on the play. That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll try it now with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. On the handoff, this is Swift. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a carry for Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Swift. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. One final shot, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder,